Dating sucks in 2024. I feel like a lot of people have so many high expectations as to what you should be doing when you're dating someone here in 2024. But the reality is that the dating pool, even though it might seem bigger from the outside, is just actually a lot smaller. With dating apps like Tinder, people just use the apps to fornicate under carnal knowledge, or just have a fling, as an easier word to say for that. They don't necessarily go on the apps to find love and or a life partner. They just want to. I hate dating in this day and age because I do want a life partner. I do want someone who I could see myself perpetually spending the rest of my life with, and or waking up every single morning and having them next to me snoring really loudly and or ready with breakfast. Whatever the case, I can't do that in modern day society, because in the modern day society, most people are too afraid to admit what their feelings truly are, or they're afraid to find something to commit to because they think that it'll just hurt them and break their heart and have them scurry away in fear. And I understand heartbreak. My heart's been broken several times. Just recently, about like 8 months ago, it was very much broken because I was with a woman that I thought I would spend the rest of my life with, and it turns out that she did not want the same thing. At the end of the day, you always think that you have someone special with you when you are dating, but sometimes some people just want to be in a relationship for that period of time and then they just want to leave. In 2024, dating someone feels like you're going to the local DMV, you're asking for a renewed driver's license, and the DMV will tell you, well, actually, you need these 3 forms in order to get the license updated. And you're like, well, I have the 3 forms here. But then they tell you, well, actually, this one form here, this one form expired like last year. And because of that, you're going to have to get it renewed. And then you have to come back to us. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. Essentially making you waste a lot of time and effort and probably money that you just didn't really have in the first place. Dating sucks. I know you're watching this right now and you feel the same way. I definitely feel that way for sure. I think that some people, when I have conversations with them, they don't understand what dating is. I had a conversation with a friend of mine who said that she doesn't think that she's ever been on a first date before. Well, and I asked her, well, didn't you go on a date with that one guy? She says, yeah, we went on a date. And I was like, that's a first date. But apparently in Gen Z, the implications of what first dates are definitely different. Or maybe she just doesn't have an understanding of what a first date is because she has autism and doesn't really understand a lot of things that need to be explained to her in more full detail. But I tried to explain to her what a first date was, and she still didn't really fully agree at the end of it. And I think that it might just be a generational thing, and maybe I'm wrong. But some people think that dating someone means that you are in a committed relationship with them. While there are other people who think that dating someone means that you're just seeing that person until you figure things out, whether or not you want to be in a relationship that is very committed. And the problem is in society is that these two different types of people are consistently trying to be with one another. And that doesn't work out. Because on the one hand, one person will always think that this is something that will lead to something more serious, while the other person is like, well, we're just doing this because. And it sucks. I don't necessarily like dating. I've dated a lot of people in my life, but it's never been fun. I genuinely don't like that period of time when you are in between relationships, or you're looking for a new relationship, or you're trying to start a new relationship and you have to go ahead and reintroduce yourself to someone, tell them about all of your flaws as a human being, and basically expose every single bad thing about yourself to someone new in your life. You never really know what they're going to do with that information. You never really know what they're going to do with that knowledge. You never really know if it's going to work out in the end. And I just don't want to do that again. Dating is horrible. I think as a 31-year-old man, a lot of people expect that I might be in a relationship. They might think that I have a girlfriend. They might think that there is someone out there who, I am madly in love with. And the reality of the situation is that they are wrong. I am alone. I spend most of my mornings waking up, working, and going to bed at the end of the day. I don't talk to anyone. I'm not in love with anyone. And a lot of that is probably due to the fact that I work from home and I don't leave the house. But even when I do make those attempts, I think a lot of the people that I meet are people who unfortunately are of the classification of subject B, whereas I am of the classification of subject A. They think that dating is just doing things to do things, whereas I think that dating is when we are committed. So because of that factor, I can never really find anyone who wants to be in a committed relationship. I think most of the people that I've interacted with don't want any commitment of any kind. And it really does suck. Because as a 31-year-old man, either you're looked at as someone who essentially is supposed to have their life together, and if you don't have your life together, there must be something wrong with you. So then what do you do? I don't necessarily think that there's anything that I could do. I don't necessarily believe that there's anything really wrong with me, but society as a whole probably thinks that. And I really think sometimes that I probably maybe should try to do better. But how do I do better when there is no real clear solution to the problem? How do I fix something that's not broken? How do I become less lonely? I've said it several times now, but dating does suck. Now, I am fine for the most part. I think that I will be okay, and I think that most people who are watching this will eventually and inevitably be okay, because you will find someone that will look at you and you will feel something special and things might work out. But that doesn't mean that there's someone out there for everyone. Most of you will probably still end up being alone. But if you're okay with that, you will be okay. And I hope for watching this video, I maybe shed some light and some frustrations that you might have had the way I had them. And sorry if this made you feel worse, but if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more insightful random videos like this, because I really just didn't know what else to record today. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. I love you guys so much. Take care, and I hope someday you find love. Peace.